Welcome to LUTV Newsbreak. I'm Caroline Ott.
And I'm Travis Reed.
The renovation to the Mary and John Gray Library has made steady progress since the project first broke ground in fall 2024. Now, with the estimated completion time nearing, anticipation is running high for the brand new space. LUTV News reporter Phil Borjas got an exclusive look at the new changes set to take the library into a new generation.
In the last decade, change has continued to sprout all throughout Lamar University.
I believe Lamar and colleges in general should be able to update and upgrade themselves as needed.
And next fall, Lamar looks to complete its biggest change yet, the renovated Mary and John Gray Library.
There were ups and downs, certainly at the beginning. We've had all kinds of things.
The $90 million renovations first broke ground in fall 2024 and is set to breathe new life into a storied campus landmark.
Interior-wise, it felt very drab, and I do kind of miss it being Farquaad's castle, but I think the renovation is making it look a little bit better.
The modernization will bring upon expanded study areas, student services, and windows that will add on to the building's brick facade.
We're very excited to be able to make more room for students, more study rooms, more light, and to have other services.
The overall opinion of this project has been fairly positive, though not everyone is a fan.
I think modernization of old buildings is a very dangerous thing, I don't know, I feel like some of the charm is gone.
For students, faculty, and the community, expectations are high. Until then, they'll have to wait until next semester.
I hope that it's the swankiest library I've ever stepped foot into.
I hope that they are inspired by the space, but certainly as you step off the elevator, that you're shocked by the view.
Phil Borjas, LUTV News, the brand new Mary and John Gray Library.
Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity of Beaumont dedicates their lives to achievement and making a positive impact in the community. This past weekend in the Richard Price Auditorium, a new group of young men were inducted into the Brotherhood. LUTV News anchor Cammie Green has more.
Tradition met the future of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, inducting a group of young men into the organization. With a strong focus in leadership, the Brotherhood is determined to guide these inductees in the right direction.
Trying to teach them and have them understand that there's a time and place for everything, and stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And proper preparation always prevents poor performance. And this is what we try to embody within Kappa Alpha Psi, because achievement above all is our main goal.
Different members have helped guide these young men on the path to success and have readied them to take on this newfound responsibility.
They'll come in and explain to us how they started, how they kept it going, and just give us examples of what to look out for and what to strive for later on. And Kappa League shows us all of that.
While Kappa Alpha Psi is a lifelong commitment to being better men and serving the community, they still allow for these kids to be kids.
Mostly looking forward to giving back to the community and, all the dances.
Cammie Green, LUTV News, Richard Price Auditorium.
The future looks bright for the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity chapter of Beaumont.
Drivers along I-10 are getting a temporary break from construction delays. A planned overpass demolition has now been postponed, pushing back what was expected to impact traffic in a big way. LUTV News reporter Hunter Abate has more on this story.
The planned demolition along Interstate 10 is now on hold. The Texas Department of Transportation says the FM 365 overpass project will not begin as originally scheduled. The demolition was originally set for April 17th, but officials say a new date has not yet been finalized. Drivers say they're hoping this delay will be used to make improvements before the demolition.
Yeah, I drive through there quite a bit, and with all the construction already happening in Beaumont, that delays me every now and then. So with this delay, it actually might be kind of helpful to help them figure out some better ways of doing it that doesn't cause even more hassle for people.
Others say when the demolition does move forward, keeping traffic flowing will be the key.
Well, as a delivery driver, it will put us back behind schedule when we deliver, maybe not on time, and just gives us another thing to worry about.
Even though the demolition is delayed for now, drivers say they're already thinking ahead to how it could impact their daily commutes once the project gets back on track.
As they are building, I hope they add some more lanes for us to be able to get around a little bit easier through town. and not put us back behind schedule.
Handling the traffic, whether that's adding a lane to the frontage road or something like that, just to make it safer and possibly a little quicker to get through.
TxDOT says drivers should stay alert for updates as a new demolition date is announced. For LUTV, I'm Hunter Abate.
Occurring this past Friday, evidence of a car crash remains on 3000 block of State Highway 12 in Vidor. Remnants of the car lay scattered along the highway and into the grass with police markings at the scene. Driver Joseph Frank Green is charged with intoxication manslaughter, taking the life of 3-year-old Cooper Woodrome and injuring 23-year-old mom Caitlin Ann Woodrome. There's a GoFundMe created by Robert Clark where all donations will go towards funeral expenses and medical bills. To find this GoFundMe, you can search Honoring Cooper's Memory and Supporting Caitlin on GoFundMe.com.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Caitlin and Cooper. Coming up after the break, we get to hear about the fun things happening around campus, Beaumont, and we'll also get an appearance from our resident nerd here at LUTV.
Plus weather, sports, and much more. You're watching LUTV News, where your campus, community, and culture come together.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Drew, spotlight on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate mountain.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
And Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
reaching residential areas
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
After a weather delay pushed the show back, Liverpool Legends has finally made their way to Beaumont. LUTV News reporter Chris Love has more.
So when, people leave your show, what do you want them to feel overall?
I mean, I love watching people transform, like from when they get in the theater from the very beginning of the show to a few songs in to like, I can, I'm up there, everybody's concentrating on us and I'm usually concentrating on the audience and you could see the effect that it has. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, it's one of my favorite things when somebody from the beginning of the show to the end of the show is in a totally different dude, or they just have a ball and they've been singing and yelling and dancing and everything that when they walked in, they didn't know any of that was going to happen, So it's really interesting to see. A lot of people say they walk out, older people say, man, I felt like I was 16 again, And then there's a lot of people who are younger that never really got to experience the Beatles. And if we do it right, that's what we try to do, is give them a bit of an experience of what it might have been like to see the Beatles, because you can't do that anymore. And luckily we can portray our characters and do justice to the music. So if we do all that and people walk out like a little bit changed and a little bit happier than they were when they came in, that's my favorite thing,
To hear more about the Liverpool Legends and their show, check out the full interview on LUTV News and Media online on YouTube.
This semester is winding down, but campus is still booming. Let's take a look at the Big Red Bulletin with LUTV News contributor Bryn Courts to see what's happening on campus for the rest of the week.
Welcome back to the Big Red Bulletin, your weekly updates for what's happening in the Nest at Lamar University. I am your host, Bryn Courts. This week we're focusing on awareness, wellness, and creativity. Let's get right to it. First up, stand and support and raise awareness at Denim Day on Wednesday, April 29th from noon to 2 p.m. at the Sheila Umphrey Recreational Sports Center. Join health education and Title IX by wearing denim to support victims and survivors of sexual assault. Denim Day was created in response to a court case that wrongfully dismissed a case based on a victim's clothing. So this is a powerful way to show solidarity and spark important conversations. Next, fuel your body and your brain before finals. Meal Plan Your Way into Finals is happening Thursday, April 30th from noon to 1:30 p.m. in the Setzer Student Center atrium. Hosted by Health Education and Buckner, this event will give you practical tips and tricks for healthy eating during a busy time because, let's be honest, instant noodles can only take you so far. And finally, experience the creativity of your fellow Cardinals at the Dishman Art Museum Creative Convergence exhibit, running May 1st through May 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This Bachelor of Fine Arts thesis exhibition showcases the work of graduating art students. It's a great opportunity to see original work and support the next generations of artists right here at Lamar University. And that's what's happening in the Nest this week. For more details and information, check out LU Hub. I have been your host, Bryn Courts. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on X and like us on Facebook. Until next time, stay aware, stay nourished, and stay inspired. And as always, stay Cardinal proud.
Some games can be relaxing, but this series of games can be rage-inducing. Our resident nerd, Landon Doucet, tells us about the company behind these games and what makes them award-winning.
Welcome to Nerd Corner, where we cover every corner of entertainment, gaming, and media. I am Landon Doucet. Today, with the recent announcement that Bloodborne is getting an animated movie adaptation, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice getting an anime later this year, I want to talk about the studios behind the games and the genre now known as Soulsborne games. FromSoft Games started in 1994 with its first game being Kingsfield. Then, in 1997, FromSoft released the first Armored Core, which has become one of the biggest series aside from the Soulsborne games. The first entry into the Soulsborne genre was Demon's Souls in 2009 on the PS3. It got a reputation for its difficult gameplay and world building. After that, the Souls games started with Dark Souls 1 releasing in 2011, which only amplified FromSoft's reputation with its amazing world lore and story, whilst being known for its difficulty. That will become a pattern in the Soulsborne genre, with each game being different.
Amongst them, Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature.
Then in 2015, they released Bloodborne in partnership with Sony, and it was a huge success. With its gothic and Lovecraftian setting, as well as FromSoft's impeccable world building, it was no wonder why this game became popular. Plus, as I mentioned before, it's getting an animated movie. And at the time of recording, the only thing we know is that the director is Sean McLaughlin. Many people know him as Jacksepticeye, but he is also known to be a big, and I mean big, fan of FromSoft games, especially Bloodborne. So us as the fans are in for a treat when the movie comes out.
Absolutely adore this franchise.
After the Souls series wrapped up with Dark Souls 3 in 2016, FromSoft moved to their next game, which was Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. In my opinion, this has to be the best skills equal reward system in all the FromSoft games, with its intricate parrying system. Hitting all your parries is one of the most satisfying things to do, because it rewards you with a death blow to the enemy you are fighting. All in all, the FromSoft games are amazing, but they can be rage-inducing, so be prepared to die a few times and learn the patterns. Or just do what I do and go with a big bonk equals big damage build. That's Verily Nerd Corner, where we cover every corner of entertainment, gaming, and media. I am Landon Doucet. If you'd like to see more content or have suggestions on what I should do next, be sure to check out LD's Media Corner on Instagram and Facebook. And to see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
So Travis, we're moving into May and summer is right around the corner. Does that mean anything in Southeast Texas?
Hopefully it means sunshine and not sunburns. LUTV weather anchor Cami Green has more on the weather. Cami?
And we'll be seeing if we're going to be ending off April with those April showers that'll hopefully bring in those May flowers beginning on Friday. We'll be back after the break.
our money. She's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Kind of like being a father in this world.
To Sophia and Gabriel. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to LUTV Weather. I'm your host, Cami Green. So let's go ahead and dive into the weather for this week. So starting off, it's going to be a bit of a cloudy start to our week on Wednesday. We'll be seeing temperatures in the low 70s to low 80s range. So beginning on Wednesday, we'll be seeing some cloudy skies with just a 17% chance of rain and some scattered thunderstorms moving into our evening night. So in the morning, we'll be seeing temperatures of 84, and then moving into our evening, it'll move down to the 70s. Now for Thursday, once again, pretty similar to Wednesday, we'll be seeing some cloudy skies with a high of 80 and then a low of 63. So it is going to get a little chilly into our nighttime. And then we'll also be seeing some isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon with a 30% chance of rain. Now for Friday, it is going to be a pretty rainy day, so you might want to have your raincoat and your umbrella handy. We'll be seeing a 90% chance of rain on Friday with a high of 71 and then a low of 55, moving into our nighttime. And then as for Saturday as well, once again, we are continuing on with that rain with a 30% chance of rain inside the early morning with just a cloudy afternoon. We'll be seeing a high of 74 and then a low of 51 for our evening times. Now for Sunday, we are going to have a sunny Sunday, which is wonderful. We'll be seeing a high of 78 and then a low of 55. So highs inside the morning time and then just a little chilly moving on to the night. As for Monday, we are going to see some partly cloudy skies with a high of 80 and then a low of 63. Now once again, for Tuesday, it is going to be the same thing, partly cloudy skies with the sun peeking out here and there. We are going to see just some mild wind here and there, with wind moving to 10 to 15 miles per hour. That has been your LUTV News weather. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Cami. It's baseball season here at Lamar University and college signing time around Southeast Texas.
That's right. We have much to talk about with many sports in play this spring. LUTV sports anchor Cam Sanderson is here for more.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. From signing day to Lumberton all the way to draft day in Beaumont, we have it all for you on LUTV Sports. We'll show you what's going on in Southeast Texas after the break.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Hey, welcome into LUTV Sports, where we keep you in the game for every game. I'm Cam Sanderson. It was a big day at Lumberton High School this past week. Multiple different sports had athletes signing their college commitment letters to take their talents to the next level. I was there to catch the action. It was signing day at Lumberton High School. 12 student athletes across 5 different sports committing to compete at the next level. Half of those athletes were committing for football. Luke Burkhalter signed to play at Schreiner University. Gage Grimmer and Justin Marchuk will head to Texas Lutheran together in the fall. Cale Martin signed to play at Trinity University. Xavier Castillo will join the Houston Christian Huskies as a manager. And Chase Williams will stay close to home and play for the Lamar Cardinals.
I went to one of their game day visits, and it was just great atmosphere and community, tight fit, and I just loved how they did everything.
So just the culture that they have at the school. I remember I told my dad after the football camp that I really think I can become a better man there after just the messages they preached. And so for my dad, he said that was pretty hard to turn down.
2 softball players will be taking their talents to the collegiate level. Madigan Bodwell will be heading off to Angelina College. And Isabella Hebert will head north and be a Panther at the University of Pittsburgh.
I visited and I was like, okay, it's a little far from home. We're going to fill it out. And I mean, it was amazing. The weather, I'm a cold person, so the weather was amazing and just felt like home. It felt like it was my right place to be.
2 soccer players, 1 boy and 1 girl, also put ink to paper today. Rudy Hansen will be at Mary Hardin Baylor in the fall, and Addison Stewart will stay in state and join the Bobcats at Texas State.
I love San Marcos. I've played there since I was little. It's a great area, and I know the school's amazing, so I'm excited.
Lady Raider Volleyball also saw one of their own signed today. Mackenzie Johnson signed to join the Bulldogs at Navarro College.
I really like the program, and I love the coach because I was committed to Eastfield in Dallas before I committed here, but my coach moved, and so he asked me to come with him to this college.
And last but not least, 1 Raider track star will keep running after graduation day. Isaac Flowers signed to the University of Texas at Tyler to run with the Patriots.
Well, the reason I'm not committed to UT Tyler is because they have a great team. Great academics over there. There's some guys over there that I've ran with the past few years, and so yeah, it's gonna be really cool to team up with them next year.
All right, congratulations to those student athletes. Hey, the college baseball season is nearing its end. There's under a month of play left in the year before conference tournaments start up, or for our Lamar Cardinals, just 2 more Southland series. However, this past weekend, they wrapped up their third to last with a battle in New Orleans against the Privateers. And they got things going right from the start. Bases loaded, and A.J. Taylor sends one into left field. That one's a base hit, scores 2, and already the Cardinals lead by 3 in this one. Now, just 6 pitches later, Braden Evans would be up with 2 on base, and this one goes way back and over the wall. That's a 3-run home run to double the Cardinals' lead. It's still the first inning, 6-0 Lamar. Now we'll head into the second. A.J. Taylor, he was not playing around on Sunday. He's going to send this one deep as well. His left field off the scoreboard. That's a 2-run home run. Taylor went 5 for 5 at the plate with 5 RBI and 4 runs scored on Sunday. As we take a look at our final. And no, it's not a typo. That is the real score. Lamar dropping a football total on New Orleans. It's a massive 20-1 win. LU winning the series 2-1. They moved to 24-20 on the year, 16-8 in conference play. They'll be back in action this weekend with Southeastern. Hey, let's talk a little Chandler Rivers. Earlier this week, he got drafted 162nd overall to the Baltimore Ravens. So now the former Duke All-American cornerback and Beaumont native will head to Baltimore to compete for a role. Now, making the move to the NFL is great, but it also brings on the challenge of not just adjusting to new competition, but also adjusting to a new environment. However, for Chandler, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. He'll be joining a former teammate and some old coaches in Baltimore, giving him some familiar faces around to help make the move to the pros a little bit easier.
I got a former teammate that plays there right now, Aeneas Peoples, a D tackle. I played with him my first 2 years at Duke, honestly, and I was like one of my closest friends on the team. Actually, when he transferred his senior year, me going into my junior, I actually cried when he transferred because that was just my guy. And I mean, it feels good to be able to play with him again, honestly. So that's probably who I'm most looking forward to. And then I got 2 of my coaches from college that's on the staff now, so that's good news. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, what an amazing week for Southeast Texas. First of all, a player going to the NFL. I mean, that's a big deal, right? And then having those athletes from Lumberton. Baseball is on top of their game right now heading into the Southland Conference Tournament. I mean, there's just a lot to be proud of in Southeast Texas sports.
Truly. Just amazing players everywhere across Texas today.
For sure. And Lamar baseball is just on fire this season with some top-tier pitching as well with Chris Olivier. He's ranking up there with some of the big dogs like LSU, UCLA, you know. So I'm just really excited to see how this weekend goes with their conference tournament against Southeastern.
Absolutely. He's looked great.
Before we go, we'll take a look at the final weather with Cammie Green.
You're watching LUTV News. Stay with us.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
STEM is everywhere, like here.
Behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker hordes.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Well, it's been a busy week across Southeast Texas, and I think it's time to take a final look at the weather.
That's right. This will probably determine what I'm gonna be wearing tomorrow. Let's take a look at it with Cam.
Hi, I'm Cami Green, back again with LUTV weather, and I'm here just to give you guys a final look at that weather moving on for the rest of this week. And just a reminder, guys, we will be seeing some temperatures inside the lower 80s, dropping all the way down into those lower 50s for the remainder of this week. Now on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be seeing some fairly cloudy skies for the rest of the day with just a slight chances of rain in both of those days. Now on Friday really does kick off a very rainy weekend for us. However, the rain does not last long, as on Sunday we'll be having a very sunny Sunday. Now for the beginning of the week, on Monday and Wednesday, we'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies, with the sun making its main appearance for the rest of the day. This has been your LUTV weather recap. Now, back to the desk.
Thank you for watching. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on X, Instagram, and like us on Facebook.
Be sure to join us next week for LUTV News, where your campus, community, and culture news come together.